And that potato pancake at the bottom of it. Beautiful flavor of those mushrooms all the way through. From what I've noticed, they really like their cheese here.
Pasta with the scallops and the brie. The brie just kind of melts all over everything.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another one of my parenthood series, and I'm going to be talking about what I am currently doing to make sure that my Yeni is raised in a bilingual setting. So before he was born, we decided that we wanted to raise him bilingual French and Spanish. The reason why we chose those two languages is because we first of all live in an English-speaking province, so he would inevitably learn English. So we decided to focus more on French and Spanish because, half of his family is Mexican living in Mexico. So we wanted him to be able to communicate with his other side of the family. Now, this video is not going to be about the different methods that you can, that are out there to ensure that a child is raised bilingual, but it's just going to be based on what I am currently doing. So I hope you guys like this. If you like the video and you like this type of video, please let me know in the comment section, and you just have to let me know if you want me to make more videos like this. All right, then let's get it started. So my Yeni is going to be 6 months on September 3rd. So obviously right now what we are trying to do is just set up a routine for ourselves to be able to speak to him frequently in those different languages so that he's able to get used to hearing them and eventually speak them. So I'm just going to first of all go with how we make Spanish part of his life, and then I'll later go on to how we make French part of his life. So in regards to Spanish, Luis does not speak French, so all of his interactions with my Yenli are in Spanish. Now with me, the interactions are different. What I am doing right now is a one language, one activity system. So what basically happens is that depending on the activity that we are doing, I speak to him in a different language. So the activities that I do with him in the activities that I do with him in Spanish include feeding times. So all feeding times, by feeding times I mean with solids right now because we're weaning him, and I also do bath times and any change time. So anytime I need to change his diaper, change his clothes, I do that in Spanish. So what I tend to do is just let him know exactly what I'm doing. So for example, if I'm taking off his shirt, I'll be like, estoy quitando tu playera, and so on and so on. Bath times I also do in Spanish with him, so I can practice the body parts with him. So I can tell him, estoy lavando tu cabello, estoy lavando tus pies, estoy lavando tus manos. So he gets to learn the different body parts, and he can also listen to the different tones of voice for when I'm talking to a different language. So those are the activities that I do with him in Spanish. Also, our day-to-day conversation is in Spanish. So if I'm getting ready and I'm doing something else, I am speaking to him in Spanish just to get his attention. Now, the things that we do in French, so that would include feeding times, but that is breastfeeding, because those can take up to 20 to 30 minutes. So what I like to do is I like to read to him during those times. I'll just show you guys what I am currently using. So I use my tablet a lot for him. So it has a bunch of kids stories. So for example, just take a second for this to upload.
Le bonhomme de pain d'épices.
Alright. So I guess just heard that. So this is about the gingerbread man. So I have tons of stories like this. Alright. So I have tons of stories like this. And you just flip through the app and you can just see the pictures and you can read it out loud. Now, what I tend to do is I tend to mute the app so that I can read it myself. Now, I do have some apps that I have to mute, and I have some where they ask you whether you want to read the story or you want the story to be read to you. Most of the time I read the story. These are short stories. When my Yeni was like between 0 to 3 months, I used to read him like more of these types of stories because they were longer. So this app is it's just about the Grimm brothers, and it has all these stories like Cinderella, and he used to feed for like 40 to 50 minutes, and it took me about 40 to 50 minutes to read those stories. Now so that's what I do during feeding times with him. Another time when I speak French to him is during his playtime, which usually starts with a story time and a bunch of French songs. So you know, all the French classic nursery rhymes, une souris verte, 1 kilomètre à pied, Alouette, any savez-vous planter les choux, any song that would actually, usually I tend to pick songs that will have like animals involved, that have animals involved, or songs that would have body parts involved. So because I can practice those body parts in French with him and in Spanish with him when I give him a bath. Now the other thing I have is another app here, which is called French Fun and Easy Learning. So it's Fun Easy Learn French, and what I like about this app is that it gives you it's like a flashcards. It's like a flashcards, and you get like this different like animals, foods. I usually tend to stick with the animals and foods because I can make like the sound. Now with the animals, I also tend to mute it because I like to read the name of the animals out and then make the animal sound for him. So he finds it fun, and it gets his attention. Like he's always trying to like touch the app, look at the different animals and grab it. So he really likes that. Now all the apps that I'm using, I'm going to put in the description box, and they're all free, and obviously this is not a promotional video or anything like that. So there's just things that I found by myself. So we do a sing along, we read a story in French, and then we also do the look at him and we also do the and then we also do the songs. All right, so the last thing that I would I also have French and Spanish books, although this is pretty much what I do with him in French. I also have French and Spanish books that were given to us by friends and family, and so I like to read those story times to him too. So it's in his little story box. We are building his library right now of bilingual books. I also have English books. I don't tend to read them now, but I will later on read them to him. Right now I'm just focusing on Spanish and French. All right, so last thing that we do with him is I know a lot of people are against like television with kids under the age of 2 and things like that, but sometimes it's really like a necessity. So if I'm about to shower and there's no one here, what I like to do is I put him in front of the TV for like 10 minutes. I tend to use tend to look for cartoon channels that are in French or Spanish, most of the time French. And yeah, he just stays there. It gets his attention for like 10 minutes so I can do something quickly, throw out the trash, fold the laundry, shower, things like that. Now if I ran out of recording time, but I just wanted to let you guys know that if you guys have any tips as to how to raise a child in a bilingual setting, or anything that's currently working for you, please let me know in the comment section. And if you guys like this video and you found it useful, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you very much.